Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. The A-Team film. The A-Team is a 2010 American action comedy film based on the television series of the same name. Created by Frank Lupo and Stephen J. Cannell. Co-written and directed by Joe Carnahan. The film stars Liam Neeson, Bradley Cooper, Quinton Jackson, Sharlto Copley, Jessica Biel, Patrick Wilson and Brian Bloom. The film tells the story of the A-Team, a United States Army Ranger team imprisoned for a crime they did not commit, who escape and set out to clear their names. The film was produced by Stephen J. Cannell, Ridley Scott and Tony Scott. The film was theatrically released on June 11, 2010 by 20th Century Fox. The film had been in development since the mid-1990s, having gone through a number of writers and story ideas and being put on hold a number of times. Upon its release, the film received mixed reviews from critics and underperformed at the box office, making $177 million on a $110 million budget. Plot. John Hannibal Smith is held captive in Mexico by two federal police officers working for renegade General Javier Tuco. Hannibal escapes and sets out to rescue Templeton Faceman Peck, who is held captive at Tuco's ranch. Hannibal saves face after enlisting fellow Ranger B.A. Barracus, driving to the rescue in Bass-modified GMC Vandura van. Pursued by Tuco, they stop at a nearby army hospital to recruit the services of eccentric pilot Howling Mad Murdoch. They flee in a medical helicopter, chased by Tuco, in a dogfight that leaves B.A. with a fear of flying. The battle ends when they lure Tuco's helicopter into American airspace, where it is shot down by a USAF F-22 Raptor for trespassing. 8 years later in Iraq, Hannibal is contacted by CIA Special Activities Division operative Lynch, who assigns them a Black Ops mission to recover from Iraqi insurgents U.S. Treasury plates and over $1 billion in cash slated to move it out of Baghdad in an armored convoy. Hannibal's commanding officer, General Morrison, consents to the operation, but faces former girlfriend, Defense Criminal Investigative Service Captain Carissa Sosa, tries to discourage the team against getting the plates. The mission is successful. When the team returns to base, however, the money and Morrison's vehicle are destroyed by Brock Pike and his men from the private security firm Black Forest. Without Morrison, Hannibal, Face, Murdoch, and B.A. are court-martialed, are sentenced to 10 years in separate prisons, and dishonorably discharged. Sosa also ended up court-martialed, and is demoted to lieutenant. 6 months later, Lynch visits Hannibal in prison, and tells him that Pike may be trying to sell the plates with the help of an Arab backer. Hannibal, who has been tracking Pike on his own, makes a deal with Lynch, full reinstatement and clean records for his team in return for the plates. Lynch agrees and Hannibal escapes, breaking out Face, B.A., and Murdoch in the process. Sosa is hot on the team's trail. The team hijacks a USAF Lockheed C-130 Hercules aircraft, which is later shot down by Reaper UCAVs, but not before the team parachutes away in a tank stashed aboard and make it to the ground safely. The team moves to reclaim the plates and kidnap Pike's backer. It is revealed that the backer is actually General Morrison, who plotted with Lynch and Pike to steal the plates, but teamed up with Pike to double-cross Lynch and fake his death. Lynch orders an airstrike to kill the team and Morrison, but the team manages to escape. Hannibal arranges to meet Sosa on board a container ship at the Los Angeles docks, saying he will hand over Morrison and the plates. Face then calls Sosa on a drop phone he planted on her at the train station, and conspires a different plan with her. It all unfolds according to plan until Pike, who is now working with Lynch, blows up the container ship and chases Face to near death. BA finally gives up his pacifist ways and kills Pike, saving Face. Hannibal leads Lynch into a container with Murdoch, who, wearing a covered bulletproof helmet, is portraying Morrison. Lynch shoots at Murdoch's head, believing that he is killing Morrison, and is later tricked into admitting that he stole the plates, and is subsequently arrested by Sosa. The CIA agents, led by a separate Lynch, comes and claims custody of the original one. Despite their success in proving themselves innocent, the military still arrests the team for escaping from prison, also a crime. They and Sosa are angered by this, since it is only being done so Sosa's boss does not have to fill out paperwork. Sosa is reinstated to captain, but she promises to do all she can to set the team free and kisses Face as everybody is led into a prison van. In the van, everyone starts saying that the system has burned us again. But Hannibal tells them that there is always a way out of any situation, and turns towards Face, who smiles and says, "I don't want to steal your line, boss, but I love it." When a plan comes together and opens his mouth and reveals a handcuff key, given to him by Sosa through the kiss. The final scene includes a narration similar to the show's opening narration. In a post-credits scene, Murdoch and Face of the A-Team's original cast are seen. Cast. In a post-credits scene, original series actors Dirk Benedict and Dwight Schultz have cameos, with their film equivalents Bradley Cooper and Sharlto Copley. Benedict plays Face's fellow tanning bed client, credited as Pensacola prisoner Milt, and Schultz plays one of two neurologists observing Murdoch during a shock therapy session. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.